Are you wondering what activities that you're going to be able to do in GTA 6? I was as well, so I did some digging in all of the leaked information that's out there, and I've compiled a list of everything that I believe is going to be a possible activity for us to do within GTA 6. So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over every activity that we know about so far in GTA 6. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is obviously there is a list that is out there currently at the moment with every single event and bit of information that was pulled from the leaks regarding the interactions, events and activities that are going to be within GTA 6. So what I've done is I've taken that list and I've actually compiled it and condensed it down, removed all of the duplicate entries and actually just refined it a little bit further so that I can have a good look through it. And that's what I've done, right? I've had a look through, I've looked through every single event, and obviously we've got a lot of things in that file that we don't quite know what it means. But at the same time, I've taken what I can and I've compiled a list for us to go through based on the information that's there, what we believe is going to be an activity within GTA 6. So the first thing that I want to touch on is going to be backyard wrestling. This is something that we've seen, and we did hear about potentially an underground fight club, something along those lines, but I did some digging within the file and I couldn't find anything to do with an underground fight club for Jason. So that's something that we had heard with rumors, but it does look like there is potentially going to be a backyard wrestling type activity that we can get involved in around Miami, which is going to be Vice City. So definitely going to be something that is going to be fun and cool to get involved in. Hopefully as well, that means that there's potentially been some evolution to the combat system and we're going to be able to take that into the backyard wrestling and or maybe even learn some new combat moves from the backyard wrestling. So who knows, but I know that the last time they did something like this, it was in the Ballad of Gay Tony, and when you played as Luis, you could go and do these underground street fights, and that was a lot of fun. I believe the community really enjoyed that, so it's good to see something along those lines coming back to the GTA space. The next thing that I saw, right, and this isn't linked directly to an activity, but this is definitely something that a lot of people were hypothesizing is going to be within the new GTA, and that is fishing. So within this file that I've been looking through, it does reference something called a bait and tackle shop. And if anyone doesn't know, bait and tackle is usually related to fishing. And we've seen fishing being used within Red Dead Redemption 2, so that is definitely a perfect game and a perfect way to test out the fishing minigame, fishing activity, to see how it's working and how it will work within the new GTA 6. So I definitely do see that kind of activity being brought over from Red Dead Redemption 2 into the new GTA 6, as well as it has definitely been referenced within these files. So this next one, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be an activity or something that we can participate in, but I thought I'd mention it just in case. And this is something called a gang initiation. So there's been multiple references within this file to the gangs and certain events with other gangs within the city, but it does look like this gang initiation has some sort of failed and passed interaction, right? So you're passing the initiation or you're failing the initiation, and if that's the case, that could potentially just be a dynamic event with NPCs trying to sort of be initiated into a gang, or it could potentially mean that you as the player can actually interact with specific gangs and interact in a way where you can go into an initiation of becoming a part of that gang and becoming a gang member. And if you're successful, you pass, and if you are unsuccessful, you fail. So it will be cool to see whether that is some form of maybe side activity that you can participate in. And I don't think that's really been involved in the game before, so it'll be quite interesting to see how GTA spin this. The next thing is the racing scene. We've definitely seen the racing scene be part of Grand Theft Auto in the past. Grand Theft Auto 4 had a lot of racing, as well as we've seen a lot of racing within the other GTA games as well. So I definitely wouldn't put it past Rockstar to have some form of on-road and off-road racing. It is definitely something that I've seen within the files many times. It's referenced multiple different racing locations, as well as the potential for off-road and on-road racing. So I think it's highly likely that we see some form of racing scene or racing side activities within GTA 6. The next thing that I saw is playing dice, and this could potentially be something that's coming from the casino type thing that we've had within Grand Theft Auto Online. but could also be another way to make money within GTA 6. So whether it is going to be something that you can actually interact with, or whether it's just something that you can see other NPCs doing in certain locations of the world, I think that will be quite cool to see. But I think the way that it is written, it is written within this document as playing dice. So that makes me believe it's going to be something that we can interact with, a side activity where we can maybe bet some of our money that we have earned within the world. So I think that will be quite a cool little addition just to mess around with, play a bit of dice in your spare time within GTA 6. So then we've got playing pool. So pool was something that we could definitely do within Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 4. So it would be a nice little treat to see that return to the GTA space as well. So the next one is car finds or barn finds. So we've seen within these files that it is referenced multiple different car finds. So whether that is going to be a specific activity or whether just a side bit of content to do where you can go out into the world and find wrecked cars or just old cars that you can actually find, whether it's stealing or purchasing them, or whether it is just finding them within sort of like a barn find and then actually taking them back, customizing them and restoring them. I think that will be quite cool if that is the case. But we have seen something to do with car finds and barn finds within the files. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, whether it is very similar to what we have in Forza Horizon, where you go and you find these collectible cars, or whether it is just you can find them and maybe earn a bit of money from them. The next part, and this is, again, there is no confirmation that this is going to be something that we can interact with, but it could just potentially be an event within the world. But I believe just for an event, it seems quite detailed, so I think it will be something that we can interact with in some way. So that is going to be drug deals and drug houses. And this sort of ties into another one that we've seen, which is drug labs. So it says the first bit that is tied to drug deals and drug houses is it actually references something saying watching a dealer intro. So whether that is an introduction or a little cutscene to show you how the dealing drugs and drug houses works within the game, I think that there is potential for that to be a side activity if there is some form of introduction to that kind of feature. I don't think they would put the time and the effort into introducing you as a player to that drug scene if there wasn't a way for us to interact and use it within the GTA world. And then there's another thing, which is drug labs. So again, if it ties into drug deals and drug houses, I could definitely see drug labs being a thing, being able to produce your own drugs, take them to drug houses to maybe refine them, and then selling them via drug deals. You know, if that was part of a whole side activity, I definitely think that is something that a lot of people would want to see within Grand Theft Auto. So another feature that I saw was called Easy Scores, and Easy Scores potentially references multiple different locations that we can go and rob. So whether it is just you running around the world and being able to rob a petrol station or a convenience store, this seems like it's got more defined locations to rob around the world. So by having this additional little side activity called Easy Score, it maybe allows you to make a bit more money, but also go and participate in a little bit more detailed and intricate robberies rather than just going and doing the same thing, which is sticking up a store. Maybe you can go and rob a specific gang hideout and steal their drugs, make a bit of money that way. Or you could go and rob a mechanic shop and steal a car. You know, the possibilities are endless, but I definitely feel that that was something worth mentioning as well. And here's one that I wasn't entirely sure about, but I did see, and it is rare shoe deals and rare shoe deliveries. So whether rare shoes are going to be something that is maybe a collectible within the game, I thought it deserved a little mention because it does sound a little bit like it could be something that we're interacting with. It does say rare shoe deals and deliveries. So if you're dealing in rare shoes and you're delivering these rare shoes, maybe that also ties into being able to steal that kind of merchandise and resell it. Who knows? It will definitely be something that we will need to look into a little bit further, but I thought it deserved a little bit of a mention. Then I also wanted to mention strip clubs. Strip clubs are definitely going to be returning to the GTA 6 space. And if people want to participate in that form of activity, it's definitely going to be available for you within the next GTA. The last thing that I could find and I pulled out of the document was target practice. And if I can see target practice in there, that definitely ties back to some sort of gun range, right? And we've seen this being in the other Grand Theft Auto games as well, with a gun range and being able to hone your gun skills. But potentially that is coming across from Grand Theft Auto 6, where you can go and do the certain gun challenges and improve your gun shooting skills. So I definitely think that is also something that will be really good, and a little bit of side content that we can all participate in within the new Grand Theft Auto 6. So that's everything that I found from the list. So there have been a couple of lists put together from other people based on certain information as well, but they did reference a lot of the information that I spoke about there. But we have seen that people have also been referencing things like the basketball court, so potentially basketball from San Andreas is coming back to the game. We have seen references to the new gymnasiums coming back, so where you can go and work out and make your character a little bit stronger, a little bit leaner, so that should be something returning to the game. And then obviously we can assume that there is most likely going to be the additional side activities that we're used to seeing within the Grand Theft Auto space, which are things like golf, bowling, darts, all of these additional things. We saw arm wrestling within Lost of the Damned in the GTA 4 expansion as well. So I think a lot of the traditional activities that we have seen within Grand Theft Auto are definitely going to be returning. We have heard, and people are being skeptical about the new water physics and what that means for activities in the water. You know, we've heard these rumors around surfing and things along those lines, but I do not see anything within these files that references that at all. So I don't want to bring that information to you because I cannot back it up with any form of evidence. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and if you found that information useful, please let me know down in the comments. I'd really love to hear from you. And what out of the list that I've provided would you most be looking forward to within the new GTA 6? Let me know. So thanks again for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell to be notified as soon as my videos go live. I'll be reporting on everything that I can regarding GTA 6 the minute that I hear about it. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.